But I think when it comes to pricing, so much of pricing has to deal with your belief in yourself.
Yes, it does.
Rather than what you think people would necessarily sign up and pay for.
Welcome to Streams of Income with self-help author Ryan Rieger.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Streams of Income radio show. I'm your host, Ryan Rieger. Before we jump into today's episode, I wanted to tell you about our Legends group. If you are looking to make money online, one of the easiest places to start is selling physical products. Legends group, there's way more than just Amazon, but we have a lot of Amazon sellers in there. And if you want to learn how to make money online selling physical products, love to have you try out our Legends group for $1. Just go to amzlegends.com/$, amzlegends.com/$. Today's episode, we're chatting with my friend, Giovanna Lady J. Ellison. She is a pastor's wife. She has a membership coaching program called Thrive 365. She is a one-on-one coach. She is doing amazing things online. I've learned a lot from her over the years. You're going to love this episode with Giovanna Ellison. Being a pastor's wife, what was that process of like, hey, I'm going to have a VIP day now? How'd you make that transition?
It's common in many churches, the first lady or the pastor's wife to do something significant with the women's ministry. So for me, I started teaching a Thursday ladies Bible study. Still do it to this day. When the pandemic started, we moved it online. We usually had about 50 women come out on their lunch break at 12 noon.
Was that something you were excited about? Because you said it's like expected of a pastor's wife to do that. So I'm curious if there was like, well, I'm the pastor's wife, I need to do this. Or if it was like, no, I'm excited about this. I get to be in this role.
You know what? I was not dreading it. I was excited about it. I handled it more like, God, thank you for this opportunity. Now give me how to handle this opportunity. Yeah. So I looked forward to it. And it's so funny. So we averaged about 50 women came out on their lunch break pre-COVID. And then once COVID started, we moved it online and we grew to about 700 women in the group online. So, and we're still doing it we do our Bible study, we do our prayers and teaching and all that.
Are these all ladies in your church, or has it branched out to other ladies in other churches now?
It's branched out to other ladies in other churches. And even before, when we were doing it in person, I would always invite other women from other churches as well, not just limiting it just to one. So that was amazing just to be able to do that. So I started with a little ladies Bible study and taught that, 13 years now. I've been consistent doing that ever since I moved here. And I'm telling you, as I began to read books, as I began to learn, I was listening to podcasts like EntreLeadership, Dan's, Michael Hyatt's, all these different people that we know and love. And as I began to learn, I wanted to pour what I was learning into the ladies that I was teaching. Mm-hmm. And so I began to tell them, hey, this is what I'm picking up over here. This is what I'm learning. So I let them know, hey, those of you who want to know more about this side of business, of, living out a life and a business that you love, then, hey, I'm going to do a VIP day. And what the VIP day was, they came out, they were treated like VIPs. I'm a big believer in giving people the VIP treatment, especially your one-on-one clients, if you have one-on-one clients. And we had about 52 ladies come out that first day. And it just blossomed from there.
These were a warm audience. They obviously they knew you. And so that was an easy sell for sure. What did that VIP day look like, and how can other people put that into their business?
Absolutely. So my first VIP day was just an evening. It was a 4-hour event. So it wasn't a full day thing. It was a 4-hour event. We had it at a luxury hotel here in the city where they could get away from their, environment and just come feel pampered. We provided hors d'oeuvres and whatnot. And really what it was 4 hours of deep dive immersion into a single focus of a single topic.
You taught the whole time?
And I taught the whole time. I didn't bring in any guest speakers. I was teaching them the whole time. And now to market it, it's important that you do it to a warm audience. Mm-hmm. And I had flyers prepared. I still have that first flyer over there in my file cabinet. And I said, okay, for you to come to this event, it's a $497 value, or $290, so I can't remember. Yeah. And I talked it up really good, again, to people, a warm audience. And then I said, now for all of you that are here, get a pen out. Okay, you guys got your pen? Great. Now I want everybody to cross out the 2. you know, and
Awesome.
for those
I
that,
love
you know,
that.
so it became an immediate 97. And so, you know, I gave them the
Wow.
deadline to sign up by and had a PayPal button. I mean, we were
That's
not
awesome.
anything fancy.
Yeah.
And it just blossomed from there.
Yeah.
Now, VIP days look very different.
Sure.
Where it's a full weekend immersion experience, and you know there's different topics, so it's an amazing thing.
Was that first event profitable with having to go to do the dinner and all that?
No, we broke even. Yeah,
That's okay,
I
though.
Definitely learned my lessons
Yeah.
about what to invest in and what not to invest in.
Yeah.
But it was a huge boost of confidence and
Sure.
profitability.
Did you have any expectation that there were going to be 52? Did you know if there was going to be, you know, you have a certain number in mind?
I did not. It's so funny because I did not have, okay, I want to get this many people in the room. I did not have that. I just had a heart to serve.
Yes.
And that's where it came from. And I really believe that's one of the reasons why it was successful, because I had a heart to serve. But at this end, I also gave clear objectives and clear directions. So I let everybody know, okay, if you want to come to this event, you need to sign up by this date at this time. I even gave a time where they needed to sign up by. And here's the thing. It wasn't false scarcity. So, you know, if I said that you need to sign up by Friday at 8 p.m., the doors closed, then the doors really did close at Friday at 8 p.m. And because I kept my word in honoring that, they took me serious. And when I had the next event, which we called a deep dive event, they're like, okay, you know, I really need to get in and do this because I know that, you know, I can't get the blue light backdoor special, if you will.
Yeah. So your very first thing, a paid thing, was a live event, right?
Yes.
Very
yes,
first.
it was.
Wow. That's going like, you know, typically we talk about, you know, you're going to start you're going to have a lead magnet and you're going to do like a course and then maybe a membership community. Live events like way later, but you did that at the very beginning. I love it.
Yeah. You know what? Shout out to Brian Dixon. He wrote a book called Start With Your People.
Yes.
And that book hadn't come out yet, but I really believe that's why I was able to start with a live event was because I just started with my people.
Right.
And everybody's not going to have a ladies Bible study audience. Everybody's not going to have a church audience or business audience. And so your path to building your people may look different than mine, but regardless, the principle remains the same. Absolutely. Start with your people, build that trust, because relationship precedes transaction.
Yes.
So many people love to just hop into buy this, click this, do this. And my goodness, for when I first started, so many of my emails were about that. And we can talk about that later. But yeah, when you start with your people, it makes the process of sales so much better because people have come to know, love, and trust you.
Yes. Brian's been a guest on the podcast too. And I need to get him back on because I think it was like right at Start With Your People was coming out. So it's been a little while.
Okay.
All right. So the VIP day, what was after that? What was the next business step for you?
It was called a deep dive VIP day.
Okay.
So kept it very simple.
Yeah.
So one of the things I learned, and of course, like I said, I was learning through this whole process, was that every event should be about the next event, whether that's an in-person thing or it's an online thing, whatever. So I offered a deep dive event. That one was a higher ticket point.
Did you sell that at the first VIP day?
Absolutely.
Okay. You already had that upsell in mind.
Absolutely. Perfect. Absolutely. And we had of the 52, 12 signed up at a $2,497 price point.
That's awesome. Wow. Now you're profitable.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Now that was just one full day. That was an entire
Okay.
full
Wait.
day.
Okay. That's all. This is amazing because that's a big price point. How did you mentally were you listening to somebody? Had you met Dan by that point, or like I'm thinking, okay, you're a pastor's wife. You're so used to giving things out for free. The Bible study's free every single week. Free.
Mm-hmm.
Then you went to $97. Not too bad. That's not mentally not a big hurdle, but $24.97 is going to be a huge hurdle in a lot of people's minds. How'd you even have the guts to charge that much? Yeah. And even just be able to offer it for that much for.
I did not think about the pricing in terms of $2,497. I thought about it in terms of the transformation that I knew my clients would experience, because I wasn't dealing with this quote, they talk about imposter syndrome, but I was doing the work.
Yes.
So when you do the work, it builds the confidence. And
Yeah.
so I knew that the transformation that they would get was worth that value. Now, keep this in mind, for those that signed up there, I did offer an early, not an early, but a prepay kind of thing. So if you signed up by this date, you'll save $500 off of the $2,497. But I think when it comes to pricing, so much of pricing has to deal with your belief in yourself.
Yes, it does.
Rather than what you think people would necessarily sign up and pay for. So again, it came from, people saying, I want more of this. Yes, I'm raising my hand, and just moving into that. Yes, I was listening to amazing coaches, trainers, and teachers, books galore. I was reading and studying people like Marshawn Evans Daniels, Suzanne Evans, EntreLeadership. So and just felt like, hey, you just got to do it. And at the end of the day, all you can get is a no. And sometimes you just have to get really good at collecting no's. So that you can finally get to the yes.
Yeah. Did you make people pay all at once, or was there a payment plan available?
Yeah, there was a payment plan available.
That's good.
There definitely was.